Hi guys, it's Chloe and welcome back to my channel. But as of right now when I'm filming, it'll be a month to this day that I go back up to Hershey for Spina Bifida Clinic. And I figured I'd talk about, how I found my adult care. Especially too, since Teal on the Hill is coming up at the end of February, which is a virtual event hosted by the Spina Bifida Association. I figured I'd talk about all this. I'm so excited to share this journey with you guys. And on that note, we're going to get started. So for starters, if you haven't seen how I got diagnosed with spina bifida, I highly recommend you check out those videos. So there's going to be a little eye in the corner and it'll take you to either those videos or my channel and you can view it there. And the reason being is it'll give you an idea as to what type of spina bifida I have and just some background info, just so that this video can make sense. But short, if you choose not to watch it, which is fine, I am going to explain some things that were mentioned in those videos. But after my surgery, my neurosurgeon said that my cord would never retether and I walked away without bladder problems. So I never saw him for a year after my surgery. Not only because he moved away, but just because there was no need. And well, after I left high school, I noticed that my symptoms weren't adding up. So my bladder was still leaking. And then when my bowels, my pediatrician, whenever I had bowel problems, I was constipated, she would just give me a pill enema. That was basically it. But she only gave it to me when I was constipated. I'm like, this isn't adding up. So I went on the Spina Bifida Association's website, which I'll link the SBA down in the description. It's a nonprofit organization that helps individuals and their families impacted by spina bifida. And for those of y'all that have seen my socials, I am an adult advisory board member for their Georgia, Tennessee chapter. But basically, after I knew that things weren't adding up and I started looking for clinics, and they said that there aren't a lot of clinics for adults with spina bifida. And if you're able to travel to one, go there. But if you're not, just go see someone based off your symptoms. And my mom had a friend whose daughter was a normal able-bodied person that went and saw a urologist. And we just started there. And he basically put me on Miralax. But the dose they gave me made me severely constipated. Apparently, I later found out that I wasn't taking enough. And then afterwards, I went on the SBA's Facebook group, and there's a Georgia, Tennessee virtual Facebook group. So I got into that. I asked them if they knew of anyone, and they recommended someone. This guy was a total creep bag. He no longer practices, but not because he was a creep bag. It's just that he retired. But he was supposed to be knowledgeable about spina bifida, and even on his bio, because I did some research, it said that he was knowledgeable. He was on the, for Emory University, there was a national spina bifida prevention program or something, and he was on that board as well. I could get on my soapbox about that, but I'm not going to. But basically, he didn't believe in Miralax or enemas for me or anything, and just wanted me to continue walking, eat more fiber, and drink a lot of water, but not ice water, just flat water with no ice. He also, I was 24, and he wanted me on birth control. Yeah, birth control, baby. And I wasn't planning on having kids, and I was no. I didn't say no to his face, but I just stopped seeing him, and I was without a urologist. He sent me a letter, which was a robo letter to all of his patients, just stating that he was retiring. This was during Corona, when a lot of doctors left. And the only one that was left that knew about spina bifida was still taking patients and stuff, because he said, if you have this, go to this person, etc. I had asked on the Facebook group, I had posted that, he had retired and if this person was any good, and they said yes. So I decided to see her, and she wanted me to get done pelvic floor therapy, and that didn't really help. I had researched pelvic floor therapy, and I'd found one within walking distance to my house. You know, it didn't help. She was phenomenal, but it didn't help. And then, like, during that time as well, I was looking for a neurosurgeon, and I found one that does like deals with tethered cord. And I got done an MRI per his request, and he said that he only does like tethered cord surgeries once a year and refused to operate on me unless if I was on my deathbed. He said if I really wanted to pursue this though, that he would transfer me to like a children's doctor who does them more often, which was great that he told me that he wasn't as knowledgeable and that he'd transfer me. I decided like, okay, I need to go out of state, because the turning point was when I got done the pelvic floor therapy and it wasn't helping. And I had looked, like, ultimately I researched 4 different places. So I researched UAB at Birmingham, and then that's in Alabama, and then Duke Children's Hospital in North Carolina, and then UPMC Mercy in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Penn State Children's Hospital in Hershey. And all of these see adults, and I'm going to put a link in the description. And basically, the Spina Bifida Association has like a list of clinics. It's not a complete list, but all the people I researched were there, because that's what I used to like find the clinics and stuff. Basically, I had called all 3 of these places, and I had to like leave voicemails and stuff with like my phone number, etc., because you want to leave your phone number so that they can call you back. And basically, Duke refused to see me because I didn't see them when I was a kid, which I thought was extremely stupid, because let's say I moved to California with my parents and then they decided to move to North Carolina to be closer to family and I needed care, I'm screwed. And then UPMC Mercy never called me back. And then Penn State and Hershey called me back and told me to look into UAB in Birmingham, and I took a look, and I knew in Hershey, well, just Pennsylvania in general, they're the coal mining capital of the U.S., and coal miners are at a more increased risk of having a baby with spina bifida. And because they're at a more increased risk of having a baby with spina bifida, they're also the spina bifida capital of the U.S. And I just told them that I looked at them, but I really wanted to see them because I didn't want to get into that spiel. And I have basically been seeing them ever since, and they've been phenomenal. And that's basically my road to adult care. Honestly, there needs to be more adult care for individuals with spina bifida, because we grow up, and it's not like the disability fairy poofs away your disability at 18. But I also understand back then when I was younger, you weren't supposed to make it this far. And for me to make it this far is a blessing. Even though I was never told that I was going to die at a certain age, I am just incredibly thankful that I'm able to make it this far, because a lot of other people with spina bifida have been dying as an adult because of lack of care. And not just affordability, but knowledgeable doctors as well. And that's something that needs to change. And that's why I'm doing Teal on the Hill, and that's why I'm advocating like this, to help other people. I truly hope that things will change for the better and there will be better access to adult care for people that need it. That's basically my story, is how I found adult care. If y'all have any questions, comments, whatever, feel free to put them in the chat or comment below, and I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. And I thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I can't wait to see you guys again soon. Bye.